Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I kind of want to bounce off of what I did last week. I did 50 Cent versus Lil Wayne. We talk about rap and football here, so it's football's turn now. I wanted to talk about this one since the last time I put up that video, the Lil Wayne versus 50 Cent video. Apparently that one's been blowing up, so thank you guys for watching it. New subscribers, it's awesome. Likes, dislikes, comments. Hey, the last guy who said who cares, hey, I care. That's why I made the video. I know the video looks a little bit different. I'm trying a new light fixture. We'll see how that ends up, if I like it or not. But today's video, I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This rivalry has been going as long as probably as long as my grandpa's been alive, and he's like 85, 75, one of those two. It's been going on a pretty long time. And to me, it's one of the more interesting Cowboy rivalries. I mean, it's the top one right now. It was the top one. I can't really say in the '90s because it was kind of Dallas versus San Francisco. Maybe like when both teams weren't doing too hot. It was a really heated rivalry. Of course, they went to the Super Bowl that one time. The Eagles did, but we'll see that happen. We'll see what happened then. I mean, in between these two teams, man, there's a lot of history. There's a lot of hate. I mean, like I said, especially now, even now, the hate has been real for at least 50 years. I mean, in between the two teams, there's 6 Super Bowls. Of course, one team has 5, one team has 1. But, whatever. I'm not going to start that. I'm not going to start that kind of rant. I'm not going to be that guy who's the big old Philadelphia Eagles guy. I'm not going to be that guy. And the NFC East, man, it gets a lot of like, oh, it's the easiest division of football. It's really not. I don't get why people say it is. I mean, it is now, I would say. I mean, half the teams, because there's only 4, 2 of the teams they're pretty much an easy win for anybody right now. But I mean, that's 2 of them. I mean, look at the history from the 90s, the 80s, 90s to early 2000s. There wasn't one single, team that dominated like the AFC, whatever division the Patriots are in. And they won it for 15 years. No one in the NFC has been able to do that. Which, I mean, says a lot about the division, the heated rivalries and all that. Sorry about that. And, like I said, of course now, yeah, it's an easier division because 2 of the teams are kind of in rebuild mode. They're kind of, trying to get away. The Giants with Daniel Jones and Eli Manning leaving. The Redskins just, being the Redskins. Anyways, back to Cowboys Eagles. The rivalry, man, it's really heated because, the cities hate each other because of the football teams don't like each other. Like me personally, I mean, I don't live in Dallas, but I mean, you guys see, I'm pretty close to Dallas. I live in Texas, and I go for the team that can actually win the division title sometimes, or block for the quarterback. But not being from Dallas, being from Texas, I was born and bred a Cowboys fan. I mean, you're born to hate. When that happens, you're born and bred to hate the Eagles, the Redskins, and the Giants. First thing. Maybe, if you get into like me, you kind of dislike the 49ers sometimes. And probably the Steelers too, but because my best friend's a Steelers fan, I like them too, Now, do I cheer for them when the Cowboys aren't playing? Yeah, hell yeah, why not? I can. That's why I got the terrible towel. But anyways, we're gonna move on to what my first key point was back in, I think it was 2003 or 2004, whenever the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, whatever year that was. Terrell Owens, yes, he played for a lot of teams. He was most notable for the 49ers or the Philadelphia Eagles. Broke his leg because one of the Cowboy players broke his leg. How about that? It was Roy Williams, and it was a horse collar tackle, and he did not invent the horse collar tackle. He got it outlawed, so a lot of people credit him for that. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't have been a part of the game. It was a very dangerous tackle, and he did break multiple people's legs. The two top legs that he broke were Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb, both for the Eagles. Now, is that because of rivalry, or is that because of, it's just how he tackles people? And it really was how he tackled people. It just depended on how he came down, whether or not the leg would snap or not. But, as I'm going to talk about this one first before I jump back to that. Michael Irvin's last game was against the Philadelphia Eagles in, 1997, 98? One of those 2 years. And he went down, he went down very awkwardly on his neck, and, he never played football again. This is what heats the rival for me, even though I was maybe 2 or 3 years old. The Philadelphia Eagles fans cheered for another man's injury. Now, I get, you don't like the guy, he tears you up, he burns you in the secondary. He gets open, he gets touchdowns, he gets scores. You don't want that guy on the field. I get that. That is very classless. And I never have seen a classy Eagles fan. But hey, somebody can prove me wrong. But I never have seen it. I've been to Philadelphia myself. I don't know how people are. I'm not going to judge the whole city. But my sister lives in Philadelphia. And she's told me stories about Dallas Cowboy fans being in Philadelphia and what happens when the Philadelphia Eagles fans outnumber the Dallas Cowboys fans. And let me tell you, it doesn't get pretty. Now, down here in Texas, we have, our own laws. We can pack heat anywhere pretty much because this is Texas. If you kill us, we kill you back. But down here, no matter what happens in the game, I've never seen any violent altercations like that. I haven't heard stories, and I know people in Dallas. I haven't heard anything like that. But back to Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens. Nobody cheered whenever they got injured. And they were pretty dominant. They were probably about as dominant as Michael Irvin was back then. And I just don't understand how people can see that and be like, yeah, that happened, so what? That's not cool, man. Carson Wentz broke his leg 2 seasons ago. Cowboys fans didn't cheer for that. We sent our condolences for him. I mean, I don't understand it. How can you be so classist like that? The stadium full of Eagles fans. I don't understand that. But, alright. Let's move away from the heavy-hearted stuff and go to the more light-handed stuff. Name I just mentioned, Carson Wentz. Right now, 2016 to 2020, it's been Dak versus Wentz for the NFC East. Who's the best quarterback? Now, I don't see how you don't see that Dak Prescott is the better of the two. He's the more durable one. He makes the most plays, has most touchdowns. I don't see the argument for Carson Wentz there. Carson Wentz is not durable. Carson Wentz is very inconsistent. And put him on the Browns, I bet you he looks just like Baker Mayfield. I mean, that's just a stat. I mean, it's stats. I mean, the numbers don't lie. If you think that Wentz is better than Dak, and you actually have proof of how, I would love for somebody to show me. But show me. Dak has led his team to two NFC East division titles in the first 2 seasons. And to me, no hate for Tony Romo, no hate at all, because I love Tony Romo. I was one of the ones that loved Tony Romo when he was our quarterback. I was not one of the ones who hated him. He's already done better than Tony Romo did. Cowboys fans, if you could tell me Dak has sent us closer to the Super Bowl in 4 seasons than Romo did in, 9? Come on. But another thing, too, Donovan McNabb trying to be a Hall of Famer. I don't know. He was good. But it took a lot more talented quarterbacks a lot longer to get into the Hall of Fame. I don't see it happening, at least soon. Maybe. I don't know. Now, do I think Tony Romo's going to be in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not, because he gets a lot of hate. So, I can't be hypocritical because I'm not like that. But another thing I want to say, the games are always, edge of your seat rides. You gotta see, what's gonna happen, who's gonna make the big plays. Again, Dak versus Wentz. We'll see what happens. Now, it's just an exciting game to watch. Usually when it's on, it's the game of the week. And, it's really entertaining to watch. And between these two teams, I did a little bit of research. 16 Hall of Famers in between the two teams. 9 Eagles, 7 Cowboys. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty damn impressive. I mean, that's pretty much what I gotta say, guys. If you got any opinions, any arguments, come at me. Come on. I can talk football all day. This is what I do. This is what I do in my free time. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you hate the new lights? Do you hate my voice? Do you hate my face? Tell me. Tell me something, guys. But watch one of my last videos, Lil Wayne versus 50 Cent. And I'll see you guys in the next video.